In our lives, there are many moments when we only see what we don't have. We keep saying, "This is missing. That is missing." While complaining like this, we don't even realize when we forget about the things we already have. Think about it. If a tree has no fruit, do we call it useless? But its cool shade, its shelter, and the fresh air it gives, aren't these blessings too? Today's story is about such a way of thinking, a perspective that can change your life. It will show us how the lack of gratitude can close our eyes, and how just one positive thought can turn our hardships into blessings. A long time ago, when people still traveled long distances on horseback, there lived two young men named Ethan and Lucas. They had very different personalities. Ethan was calm and patient, while Lucas was quick and bold. They were working in a big city far away from home. 3 years had passed, and now their hearts longed to return to their village, where their families were eagerly waiting for them. One day, Ethan stayed calm as always, but Lucas became very angry. Their carriage driver refused to take them through the forest, so they had no choice but to walk on foot from the border. They started walking quickly, hoping to cross before darkness fell. The first forest they entered was full of hunters' traps. Step by step, very carefully, they avoided them. Their bodies grew weak with tiredness, their throats dry with thirst, but the pull of home kept them moving forward. After a while, they reached the bank of a rushing river. Bad news. The bridge had been washed away by the heavy rains. There was no other option. After talking about it, they decided to swim across. With great effort, they finally made it to the other side. But misfortune struck again. Their water bottle was swept away by the muddy current. Ethan, happy to be safe, thanked God and changed into the only extra clothes he had. But Lucas grew even more upset. Now they had a long road to walk, but not a single drop of water to drink. And then heavy rain began to pour down. In fear, they ran, looking for shelter, so that their last dry clothes would not get soaked. Luckily, in the middle of the forest, they found a small hut. It seemed some hunter had built it. They stayed there for safety. While collecting rainwater, Lucas complained, "Ugh, what a terrible journey. First the coachman gave us trouble, then we had to swim across the river, and now this rain. After all these problems, will we even reach our home tonight?" When the rain stopped around noon, they started walking again. Slowly the forest ended, and they saw villages in the distance. But now, the sun was burning hot, and hunger was making their stomachs ache. At last, they reached a giant shady tree. They sat down there, ate the last of their food, and lay down under the tree in exhaustion. Suddenly, Lucas complained again. "What's the use of this tree? It's big and shady, but it has no fruit. It's useless." Ethan stayed quiet and thought for a moment. True, the tree had no fruit. But wasn't its shade a huge blessing in this hot sun? Just then, a calm, deep voice came from the tree itself. "I am the great tree under whose shelter you rest. For hundreds of years I have lived, watching the seasons change. My roots protect the soil from washing away, and my branches give homes to birds and insects. Every creation has its own purpose. Do not call me useless by looking at only one side. Look a little deeper." Lucas was shocked. His eyes filled with fear and regret. With humility he said, "Forgive me, O great tree. I am sorry for my ungrateful words. Thank you for opening my eyes." From that day, they learned a valuable lesson from the tree. People often complain about what they don't have, while forgetting to value what they do have. It's like a basket of oranges. If one is rotten and we only look at that one, we will never enjoy the sweet taste of the rest. So we must learn not to focus on what is missing, but on the blessings we already have. Gratitude can make our lives happier and more meaningful. This is the end of today's story. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share your thoughts so we can bring you more meaningful stories. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in the next story.